I don't know. Why are we off camera? Move over. Come on and join me a little bit. Electronics.
Electronics in the middle of this. All right.
Okay. Well, that was a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what these are?
Headphones.
These make us official.
No, they don't.
They make us official. Before we were nothing, and our ratings sucked.
Yeah.
You know, Grumpy Grandpa wasn't going anywhere.
Okay.
But now I got these bad boys. We're going places. And you know what else they do?
What?
They're anti-bullcrap eliminators.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, so if you turn on the news, you don't hear nothing.
Nope.
And then whenever Karen talks up in the booth, you don't hear nothing.
Except in our ear.
No. It eliminates bullcrap.
In my ear.
But Fred, I can hear.
You can hear Fred, but not
I can hear Fred. Yeah, so here we are with our anti-bullcrap eliminators.
Okay.
And look at us, man. Boy, we both wore blue. Got the styling headsets on from the 80s, and we're going places.
Yes.
Okay, so
all right.
Where do you want to get to today?
I don't.
All right, first off, I want to get out to some slides, okay?
Okay, let's get out to some slides.
So, you know, I could do that, which looks terrible, because I didn't resize it. So I'm just going to go out like this, okay? And that's not where I wanted to start. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. This weekend.
Yes.
What did you get? What did you do yesterday that was vitally important?
I got my toes done.
You got your toes done. I mean, you know, with this CV going around and everything.
It's vitally important to get my toes done.
Because why? We're not concerned about it. We're going to go out and live and do whatever we did in the past, right? All right, so you did that. Meanwhile, I went and see this great meal right here, right?
It was good.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy.
Well,
but it was good.
All right. First time I made it.
Yes.
I can handle the spice. I do admit it might have been just a smidge on the spicy side, but it was still edible and delicious. So all I could do is tone down the spice. Just a smidge on the next time I make it. But that was sent in. That recipe I got from, here you go, Poorboy's Little Homestead. And let me tell you about Poorboy's Little Homestead. This guy is legit Cajun, through and through.
Yeah, because that was spicy.
These do not eliminate him, because he's not bullcrap. He's the real deal, man. So I could hear everything he said through these bullcrap eliminators. So I'll put the link down below.
Yes.
Go back a couple videos, and he made that delicious. Now, what I like about it is, how does Grumpy Grandpa like to cook?
With rice.
Yeah, I like rice, but what is my theory on cooking? Fast. Now listen to me. You put the rice maker and you just boom, hit cook on that, right? Add some water. It's doing its thing. It takes like 18 minutes. You can get it started.
Yes.
Then he took the crawfish tails, the frozen crawfish tails. You know how you buy the bag?
Yeah.
And you put it in there, and he just skilleted them up a little bit with some butter and some onions. And then he put the other stuff, which is just soup, like cheddar cheese soup, cream of mushroom soup, and a couple other things that he'll explain.
Yeah, he will.
We don't want to take up the people. We're not a cooking show here.
No, we're not.
But I wanted to let you know, it was fast. I mean,
it was.
You don't have to let things marinate and simmer and cook overnight like a shrimp boil. It takes forever to process the whole thing. This you just go boom, 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 boom. And within 18 minutes, before the rice is even done, everything else is ready to go. You put it all together. Boom. Good meal.
Yeah.
Taking way too long on that stuff. But go check out Poorboy Little Homestead. And check out at least that recipe. If nothing else, that thing was great. It's like you're going to a Cajun restaurant.
It was great.
Are you telling me to move forward?
Yeah.
All right, let's get moving forward. Okay, let's go back out to the slides. Now, so that we got that. All right. What's going on in the news here? It just started lately. No, it's been going on for the last year or something like that. Is the CV, right?
Yes.
Here we go. There was only one problem. Okay, let me go back out here. See, I'm very organized and we're very official. This one doctor got up in front of teachers in a school meeting, right? Why do you look like that?
Because
he got up in a school meeting and said that the masks aren't doing nothing and the kids are fine without them. And he gave all his facts, right?
Yes.
and his opinions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but here you go. Go out here. It says there was only one problem. What he was saying was largely false, contrary to the opinions of the medical establishment, and potentially dangerous. Well, what establishment? Did you notice the words? These are lawyer words, right?
Yes.
Lawyer words. Let's go and discuss some of the lawyer words, okay?
Okay.
First off, you go largely, which means that doesn't say how much was true and how much was false that he was saying. It was largely.
Yes.
That doesn't even fit the bill. You guys, then it says contrary to the opinions. There's another good lawyer word. Opinions of the medical. What a medical establishment, Who is the medical establishment? And then the third lawyer term is potentially dangerous. Might not be dangerous.
Yeah.
It's potentially. I'm just a regular guy, right? Wearing these cool headsets, right? I'm just a normal guy. All those words I know are a fact, lawyer terms to keep yourself wide open from litigation. Because you could say, well, if 9 out of 10 thing that guy said was correct, then he said, well, I said largely. I didn't say what was and wasn't. And then what are some of the other ones? I can't remember here. And
opinion
potentially of the other people. It's just their opinions. They have no facts or nothing yet. It's just their opinions of what they've seen or something like that, right? And then also the last one was potentially, which means potentially it could or could not happen, which means they don't know.
Yes.
So all that guy said could be okay, according to what that little article that I snippeted out of, somebody's thingamajiggy up on the interwebs.
Okay.
So it's just driving me crazy because everybody's clapping whenever he's saying that. But meanwhile, you got these people wearing biological hazard suits and with ventilation tubes coming out of their back and everything to go in and work. If that mask was working, they wouldn't have to do all that other stuff, would they?
No.
Potentially.
They
wouldn't have to wear all that other stuff. See how that works? Okay, whatever,
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's get on. All right. You ready to move?
Please.
You look like you're sweating.
I was sweating.
Okay.
I've been working.
All right, so then we get out to this. This is a different article now. Recently, though, it's been touted as an effective treatment against COVID, the CV, right? Reportedly reducing the death and hospitalization rates in sick patients. You might know what it's ivermectin. I don't want to say it all in one word because I'm surely taken down if I say it right. But recommendations of the drug have often accompanied anti-Jibby jab messaging. Well, if it works, you don't need the Jibby jab. That's just common sense that the two would go together. Okay, with advocates saying it can replace the need for someone to get the Jibby jab. Okay, I got nothing wrong with that so far. Do you?
No.
Okay. However, health officials across the country have warned that ivermectin impact on CV is still unknown and could be potentially, there's that word again, potentially dangerous. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has said it has received reports of people hospitalized for using you see how they trickeration there? Animal versions of the product, and that drug could have dangerous side effects in human. Not the regular, but they sneak that in there. Like the ones for animals might be bad for you, but the other one, it's already proven. It's been around for ages and used for ages, right? So they you see how they word things just crazy like that and everything. And guess what?
What?
That Jibby jab is potentially dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's untested.
Mm-hmm.
It's untested.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get on, because I'm going to talk about that a little bit more.
Okay.
All right. And I don't want you interrupting me, okay?
Okay.
Like
I'll
you've been
try.
doing this whole show, all right? Here we go. Let's get back out to the slides. Here we go. This was a brand new platform.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the mRNA, okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This was a brand new platform. Del Rio, Executive Associate Dean of the Emory University School, that sounds really impressive, right? In Atlanta, said there were a lot of people who were skeptical that an mRNA vaccine would work. Scientifically, it makes sense, but there's no mRNA vaccine out there that has been approved.
Yeah,
so
that means a way to get it out there so they could get it approved.
Listen, never been used before.
Mm-mm. No.
And it's really technically not a vaccine, Jibby jab, or whatever you want to say. I said the word, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that. It's a new technology.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's new, it's untested.
Yeah,
Yet
and
they're telling me
it out there.
Another drug that's been out there for over like 20 years or something like that is unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the logic behind these people?
Mm-hmm.
And see, I don't hear any of it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Because you have your headphones on.
I only have that on. So if you guys had this, we would be silent through the bullcrap parts and only hear the logical parts out there.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just trying to scare. Let me see if I got anything else, all right?
Okay.
Let's go over. Oh, there's more.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but as elegant as a mechanism as is in theory, but as elegant a mechanism as this is in theory. I mean, there's a word for you, theory, unproven, right? mRNA vaccines, Jibby jabs, have faced real biological challenges since they were first developed in the 1990s.
Yeah, I think they wanted to use this against
well, listen to
something
it.
else.
Keep reading. In early animal studies, for instance, the vaccines caused worrisome inflammation. That too. Both of them. So
that's where inflation's coming from.
Yeah, inflation. That's why the world, things are more expensive.
Yeah.
It's because people are using RNA. No.
Inflammation.
Inflammation. All right.
Okay.
But that's not good. And all the way back since 1990, they have yet to get this thing perfected, right?
Yeah.
Except for the year, that Trump is running. And Trump came out with it, right? So therefore, everybody should trust it because, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's amazing because everything that Trump did, people hated. And this, they're saying they love it. They can't get enough of it. They want 3 or 4 of them now, So that's kind of weird too. But it's all weird. And so, last thing I want to go over here, okay?
Okay.
Is there's always a concern when you are trying to trick the immune system. You're messing with Mother Nature here, okay? Which is what a vaccine does. That you could have unintended side effects. Cannon said. The immune system is incredibly complicated, right? And it's different from person to person. Person is different. So what you make for one person might be bad for another person. And somebody that has an extremely good immune system, it might not help. It might do worse than help them out. So we should be able to take and use our own, logical thought process, whether we get it or we don't.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's the opposite of what you just said. It's okay for people with healthy immune systems to get it. It won't really affect them. But it's people that don't have healthy immune systems that are having trouble.
With whenever they do.
Jibby jab.
Yeah, well, I've heard.
Because I talked to a nurse that said that she wasn't going to get it because she had an autoimmune disorder. Yeah. And it would cause her to get really sick.
Well, it could. And we don't know. And then I've heard of healthy people starting to just convulse and flail, and And then some super healthy people that were climbing mountains one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under the age of 30 or 35. Mm-hmm. Perfectly healthy. Month or two later, or a couple weeks after, they're no longer on the planet. And even I read an article of some, I don't know why this was pertinent, but they wanted us to know that a Southwest airline employee got it. Well, first they had the COVID, right? Got over it.
Yes.
Then they got the Jibby jab.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Then 2 weeks later, after the Jibby jab, or so, or a month later, whatever. After he got the Jibby jab, he got the COVID again, and he passed away.
Oh, that's sad.
So I don't think it was helped him any. And
probably not.
Then there was one other funny article that said this one guy passed away from the Jibby jab, right? Mm-hmm. He passed away from the Jibby jab, but it could have been a lot worse for him if he didn't have it.
Doesn't get any worse than dead.
I don't, but that was hilarious. I read that article. Funny. I should have put that up there because you're not going to believe me. That was an article, but there was an article that said
could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse for the guy. I don't know. Maybe they thought he wouldn't have struggled as much, before he could have maybe been in more pain or something before he
passed away.
But these are what professional people are writing out there, that these things cancel out. So did you hear me say that story?
Yeah.
It's untested. My technology is untested right now, even though these are from the 80s. But boy, do we look official.
We do.
Except for your ridiculous shirt of ice popsicles. The one's got a bite out of it. That's kind of... He took the bite out of it.
Johnny Johnson was here.
Yeah. He took the bite out of it.
My grandson, my candy corns out front, he tries to bite them.
Because the one has a bite out of it. And it scares the death out of me whenever I see those little critters out there.
Oh, they're coming up fast.
The ones... Oh, that's right.
It is going to be that season soon.
So, but these things are rocking, man.
Yeah.
Did you hear our intro?
I did. It was really good.
I messed up the intro on the last show. So if you watch my last show, if you don't like the intro music, watch the last show. No. Because it didn't make it to air.
Oh, it didn't?
We could hear it, but we didn't. I didn't have it going out to the recorder.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Everybody just, go out there. And do you hear what's going on in Australia?
Yeah.
Holy cow. They got only 25 million people, right? It's a big place, too. Yeah. 25 million people stretched out across a humongous, continent. And like 400 people have it, right? They got that place on lockdown. Yep. And even if you go walk, the one guy, I was watching Anomaly, and he was interviewing the people down there. So this isn't just secondhand crap talk that I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He's interviewing people that are living. And the one poor guy, he was just walking out one evening, going down to the beach, and he's going to walk down there. It's like 2 miles. They had it in kilometers. I hate that. So it was like 4-some kilometers.
Yeah.
Which is, kilometers are about half of a mile.
Okay.
Roughly. Maybe a little over.
Okay.
I don't want to get into details about it, all right? But it's somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay.
All right? So he went walking down there, and police pulled him over. What are you doing out here? Oh, I'm walking down to the beach. You have to have a reason to be out here. In the wide open air, walking by yourself, I had some friends, I think, were with like 2 other friends that I was walking with. So they arrested him. And then the guy was like grabbing him. And he kind of just was like, this is creepy, right? And they said that he was resisting arrest. He was like, why are you grabbing me there or something like that. He didn't like run away or do anything. It just like tickled him or something, And boy, they wrote on the piece of paper that he was resisting arrest. He's like, my friend's got this on tape, man. It's like I just stood there, all kind of wacky stuff. So he's been arrested for just walking around. So they can't do nothing down there. They can't go to they can't even go outside without a reason or like to go visit a relative that needs something, right? And you can pick, I think, one person. One person you're allowed to go visit in Australia. One person. You got to put it on a piece of paper and say that's the person you're allowed to visit, and you're not allowed to go visit anybody else. That's listen, that's bold. These help you protect from that. But what it is people, it's coming here. It already, they're trying, but Constitution kind of gets in the way a little bit, right? But these politicians, boy, luckily our governor has put an end to the madness, and he's kind of said, no, no mask mandate, no, rules on, restaurants or anything like that. We're just open. We're not going to play that game. And if we didn't live here, boy, and as long as people let it happen, keep on going. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you too. I know. I'm sorry. Can I interrupt you for a second? So I went out shopping the other day, right?
Yes.
Well, we went out shopping. There was no masks a while back, right?
Yes.
Then they tried to start scaring people with this Delta thing, right? And we went back out, and even in our town, there was about 20%. Would you say?
Maybe more than that.
20% had the. But I went out yesterday, and guess what?
They weren't masked up.
It's back down to just a couple people walking around with them. It's more, but because people are and you know what I did?
What did you do?
To find some of the ingredients, some of it, but even the nacho cheese soup and Del Rey or something like that, tomato sauce, it's like canned tomatoes.
Yeah.
But it's a special kind, right? Boy, I'm in there and I'm not good at shopping, right?
You probably needed to go to the Mexican department.
I didn't know anything. So I was walking around lost. It took me forever to just find the 5 simple ingredients
to make this.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible. So not only did I pass people, I passed people, and I passed people, and I passed people, and I passed people to find what I needed for that recipe. Now I kind of know. It'll be easier next time.
Yeah.
But the Zatarain's shrimp boil juice or whatever. Boy, that was tough to find.
No, was it?
Because it was kind of in the spices, right?
Yeah.
But it's a liquid, and it was in a jar. But they tucked it in with all the
spices,
the dry spices.
Oh
man, it was tough. I was going up and down and up and down. So yeah, I had that going on, and I not only did I pass people without a mask on, and they didn't have a mask on, I passed them 1,000 times in there. But that was kind of fun. That wasted half a day trying to find out, but I got it down now. So I got that. Like I say, I'm going around. I ain't worrying about it. I've dodged it, for how long now?
Over a year.
Over a year. Well over a year now.
Yeah, well over a year. Probably a year and a half.
And I think my immune system...
You do have a rockin' immune system.
We've
established that.
I don't have to follow the rules of other people. That's because I grew up, I never washed my hands before I ate. I've worked part-time on a dairy farm. Man, you're around about as much crap as possible on a dairy farm. If you don't accidentally, you just touch your lips or something like that with that. So you think I've ever had food poisoning? Or salmonella or nothing? No. You know why? Because I probably ate some crap back in the day. You cannot go throughout the day without getting a little crap on something working on a dairy farm. It's just a sea of crap.
It is. Okay.
In fact, there's so much crap. You got to take one of those bobcats with the scoop, with the treads. You got to go around with one of those. And where they go down to eat, they concreted it, right? And you have to go around with one of those, scrape it all up, put it in a manure spreader. So you're walking in it, you're breathing it, because it dries up. The manure dries up. Then a tractor runs over it, or a truck, and it goes, comes over you. It's everywhere.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
All right. Well, I'm just saying that, but that I have never been a hand sanitizer guy. You know, where you go around like you touch one thing. You know, you love it.
I don't love it.
You love it. She's got it everywhere in the house.
I work with kids.
And you go like this.
I work with
For
kids.
how long?
When I wash my hands, I wash them for 20 seconds.
20 seconds. You do all that. And I'm telling you, I don't have to do that.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because another thing, you want to keep going? Another gentleman said you will breathe more dirt. Probably was the dairy farmer guy.
Probably.
He said, I don't worry about washing my hands or doing too much. You know why, Mark? It's because you're going to breathe way more dirt than you'll ever eat or touch. It's in the air. Dust and everything is everywhere.
Okay.
So he said, I don't worry about all that crap because I'm breathing in pounds of, dirt all day long. And then I had a mechanic friend. And guess what?
What?
He'd have the oiliest, fingers and all that. We'd order pizza. Like if he was going to work on my car, I'll get him pizza, He'd come over, one of my friends, he'd come over and he would eat the pizza with oil. And he's like, I don't care, man. He would just eat the pizza. And he didn't care. He's like, whatever. I got some grease on my hands. It's not going to kill me. You just eat pizza with greasy hands. That's how we used to live. We didn't live in fear like all these kids and everything. Okay. But that's all I got.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Debbie got a little winded. Told a couple stories she shouldn't. Drug my show on a little bit too long. And
sorry.
But, why do I have you on here?
Ratings.
For ratings. Okay, well, like I say at the end of all my shows, be kind, rewind, so the next person can watch this great bean footage.
Okay.
Beautiful bean footage.
Okay.